click, click. Two-edged weapon, leaked out 100, Danny Glover. The limelight never shine bright when you front looking at your mother. I never wait till the time's right, saying Christ over any other. The picture worth 1,000 words, homie, I'ma judge a book by its cover. Who kidding with you? Corner rapping sound like Big Wisher. Throw you head first in the mirror so you never ever miss the big picture. I can't reach it. I'm feeling illiterate. Suddenly the rules how a legend supposed to move changed up a little bit, and I hate it. All I see is bag nothing, plea copping and flag tucking, blackface and verse ducking. I hate it. Telling me wear a mask when I ride through. I just wanna see your whole face, cause I know the eyeballs lie too, and I'm good, man. This here party ain't my party. Invite only and I ain't party. Yo, masquerade, masquerade, masquerade. Blast off when that mask off, girl. I remember all the block wars. Spouse in the house, we don't see you out. We black out shot doors, yeah. Mama asking what the cops for. Double back around, homie, here to clap back out like an encore, yeah. I was 100 for the block gunning. How can I half step when I'm at Rilla? Break down another wax spitter with a backpack, a Big Mac killer. They dressed out like a reptile. Look at him, ass who Godzilla. This here party ain't my party. Invite only and I ain't party. Yo, masquerade, masquerade, masquerade. Blast off when that mask off, girl. Blast off when that mask off, girl. Blast off when that mask off, girl. High rises and YO, so the block smaller. A little man never coming up short cause the Glock taller. So tell me how I got the blueprint from the Most High like a newsprint, so they never could see me up in the ring like a block caller. Front wide. Lot of hate up in the game. Money looking like a crutch. Stand straight up in the game. Cause they was killing us, straight villain us, ever mentioning the name. And they was taking rounds like criminals. Homie, this is not a game. Well, bang, 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 bang. Christ over everything. And so I hold down on the road now while I'm dealing with the pain. And I'ma show now what a pro now that be dealing with the same. Y'all can have all them crowns, man, I ain't dealing with the fame. And two wrongs don't make a right, but three rights do make a left. Took three right hands, then he left. Now three rights do make a left. I rep this thing to the death. This my day for it, I stay for it. Don't flee war, I pray for it. This cost blood, I pay for it. This teamwork, no lone effort. That's Yahweh, my lone shepherd. This my spot, don't clone leopards. I hold strong like tough leather. I drink rap and I puff letters. This us weather, I bluff never. It's one God, it's too real. It's 3 words, forever. This here party ain't my party. Masquerade.
Yeah. Let me check my fit real quick. Modesty glow, check. Fringes on, check. Covered up, check. Hair rat, check. Outfit of the day, modest and clean. Adorned with discipline, you know what I mean. Proper say strength and on my way. That's my outfit of the day. I don't dress to be seen, I dress with intent. First Timothy 2, I know what it meant. Modest apparel, shamefaced discreet. Not loud with the body, my walk through the street. First Peter 3, say beauty ain't skin. It's the quiet spirit deep within. So I lay on my grace, I cover my frame. Fly with obedience, not chasing a name. Not chasing a name. Modesty glow, check. Fringes on, check. Covered up, check. Hair wrap, check. Outfit of the day, modest and clean. Adorned with discipline, you know what I mean. Proper say strength and honor my way. That's my outfit of the day. Oh. Not dressing for the world, I dress for my Lord. I'm clothed in wisdom, that's straight from the word. Don't compete, I don't compare. I'm moving in order, I'm fully aware. When I walk in, please follow me. Covered but confident, that's how I be. Every step say purpose, every fit say truth. When they ask why I glow, it's the fruit. Modesty glow, check. Fringes on, check. Covered up, check. Hair wrap, check. Outfit of the day, under my check. Don't with discipline, you know what I mean. Purpose say strength, and I'm on my way. That's my outfit of the day. That's my outfit of the day. That's my outfit of the day.
Feel our hearts inside. Woman, let me ride. Oh, baby, here it goes.
Persala.
I've been looking for feel good and still hood. Fresh, leaving no prints like Uncle Phil would. I feel it under my chest, I'm getting further from death. I see his water protecting me like a shield would. Lot of rain, keep the feel good. We gotta bang just to feel good. They bang the set, keep a drumstick tucked to the chest. And them symbols, just a symbol for the love for the metal. Glitter with bezels, find Nirvana in a speaker. And my love for the ghetto, builders dilapidated bass, rattle trunk with the treble. At the corner we would try to be rebels. Cussing loud, smoking papers, who'd have thought of these devils? Had us under their clutches, guess the score wasn't settled. We the praise, so we praying in the hood, but we patiently waiting. Say the Shema when I rise, keep me away from the Satan. Put your spirit on my mind, give a song for salvation. Yeah, the sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. Rise and shine, put your makeup on. Baby girl, why you take so long? Had a vision of an angel, I forgot how she looked. Cause I saw you and my brain clicked on. Now I sing this song, yep. Rise and shine, get your makeup on. Baby girl, why you take so long? Had a vision of an angel, I forgot how she looked. Cause I saw you and my brain clicked on. Now I sing this song, yeah. Like Lottie Dottie, got the spirit riding shoddy with me. She a baddie, take her to parties with me. Help me focus on my studies and we always see the darkest secrets. We read at night when the Father teaches. We keep it light, trying to brighten the night. Even though stress is mounting. Had encounters on the devil's mountain. Felt the trouble when I stepped in the door and I should have never doubted. He sent an angel and I felt his power, still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. On that day then every nation and kindred would take a bow before the Lamb and come and learn from the Spirit. It don't matter what you witnessed before. If you're living then you still got hope. Yeah. On that day, every nation and kindred will take a bow before the Lamb and come and learn from the Spirit. It don't matter what they witnessed before. If you're living, then you still got hope. Yeah. It's brought around over here on this table. We want to make sure that everybody can line up and just get through smoothly. Put the plates, the forks, all that, line all that up. Hold on real quick. Move the tables over around the side like that. Yeah, because we got to make sure the walkway is clear for people to get through to the front. And then when we line up and do the prayers, we're probably gonna like have everybody come around this way, and then we'll have Adawan Kanal do the prayers on that side. He'll start from the left and come all the way down. Yeah.
This is dedicated / appreciation to the ladies who be holding their man down. To my ladies, there's another one. Yo T, we got another one. When Walker and the girl Loyalty, let go. This is real life and feel like a dream. I got an all-star playing on my team. She is all I want, she is all I need.
He is all I want, he is all I need.
Royalty, so you treat her better than the queen. The way she looks, she should be up on a movie screen. She is all I want, she is all I need.
He is all I want, he is all I need.
I don't mean to interrupt, please excuse my manners, but I seen you from afar, I knew I had to ask you. It's a few questions that I have to ask you, so baby please can we talk? I sound like Tevin Campbell. You know the one that you can't let get away, and you look like a fool just to make a stay. That's how it started and it feels like yesterday. We got our issues but I won't have it no other way. It ain't no social media love, we don't pretend. I might buy another ring just to hear yes again. Yeah, they call me win, but with her I win. She like the credit, she gon' stick around until the end. She got a vibe that'll drive you crazy, singing that old Tyrese sweet lady. She know I'm cheap so she don't try to break me. That's when I go big, baby. Yeah, this is real life and feel like a dream. I got an all-star playing on my team. She is all I want, she is all I need.
He is all I want, he is all I need.
Royalty, so you treat her better than a queen. The way she looks, she should be up on a movie screen. She is all I want, she is all I need.
He is all I want, he is all I need.
But first, I need your how and your how shy. After that, then I need my wife. She my help and she get me right. Gotta keep it real, I ain't with the lies. The rib hold me down, she my gravity. Still get the job done even when she mad at me. I'll take the charge, no battery. She know I protect. It's a battle all week, she my Sabbath day rest. And she got a few gifts that can help with the stress. She raising Rennie, Layla, Hazel, and she blessed me with West. To be honest, she look modest when she put on her dress. That's when I go all in like a shot that goes swish. Tan was horrible, boy, she called me her main. When God created her, he was doing his thing. My lady keep me sharper than the prison shank. We on that love and basketball, so we don't say can't. So I just work. Hey, this is real life and feel like a dream. I got an all-star playing on my team. She is all I want, she is all I need.
He is all I want, he is all I need.
Royalty, so you treat her better than the queen. The way she looks, she should be up on a movie screen. She is all I want, she is all I need.
He is all I want, he is all I
Sing
need.
it, baby.
You're all I want.
Yeah, you all I want. Yeah.
And all I need.
You all I need.
You're all I want.
Yeah, I want you know I love it.
And all I need.
Sing it one more time.
You're all I want.
Yes, that's all I want.
And all I
They ain't hear
need.
you in the back. All I need.
You're all I want.
Yes, you all I want.
And all I need.
There you have it. What up, Natty Loyalty? Make room music. When Walker, loose cannons. So, don't be hitting me up saying, baby, you ain't say I love you back. Baby, do you still love me? Then just go ahead and play this track. Cause I don't wanna hear it.
Coasted out in my ride, so much on my mind, just trying to catch a vibe. Thinking about my people, it seems they all blind. They thinking they know the truth, but no, not up to 12. Try. Some say we a nation that's built up on tribulation. Some say we was taken and put in this situation. I say honestly, man, it's a little bit of both. Just take it from a nigga who parents native and Haitian. White folks stole my people's land, but we gon' take it back, cause the most I put the power in our hands. Yeah, we going straight reprimand, cause the people did us dirty and never got punished. From here to France, they out here preaching peace, but to us ain't none given. Convince us to protest, but disregard how we living. Well, soon y'all gon' know how we feeling. Yeah, how was Shy's coming back to prove to you that you ain't been forgiven. I'ma break it to you now that with this joint ain't no hook. The aristocrats on the mic, pushing them words like a book. I'm anointed and I'm a saint and I got these niggas shook. I'm a Danite prince of the power and I can't be forsook. I think it's unfortunate that y'all couldn't face the facts. You so confused, you can't seem to break down Romans and Acts. When I teach, y'all got me losing all of my patience. Hear the word Israelite and then it turns to Galatians. Honestly, y'all need to do some investigating. My people acknowledge but still fighting for education. Broke them shackles off of my mind and set me free. Now, Father, y'all got me thinking immortal relation. Try and wake y'all up, but you suckers being complacent. Shot that nigga in the street, but how you grew up's adjacent. Take a nigga life for a little bit of wealth just to spend that shit and move back into your mama basement. Now you become a Muslim so that your life don't get taken. Boy, assalamu alaikum, bean pies, green eggs and bacon. Allah just the title, not the name of the Most High. You a Israelite, soon to be seeing revelation. Hey, now they saying the prince is lyrical. I'm ruling this thing, but it ain't nothing empirical. Yahweh shots at the comforter, got me feeling spiritual. Yasha Allah on the rise, I ain't even hit the pinnacle. Hey, y'all know ain't too many better than I start watching on this mic, I even got a letterman. Skills concrete solid, I ain't talking settlement. Reppin' the anointed house, man, you know we killing it. Hey, this time around, y'all better get a ticket. This young hit a bomb like them 96 Olympics. Mess with the men of the Lord, might end up in the clinic. We taking the kingdom soon, 1 hour, 0 minutes.
Hey, we are in the building. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome back to another Milk Monday with Anointed House of Saints. I am your co-host, Captain Knock, and you know who I got with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Charliel, all, the aristocrat, shalom.
The aristocrat. That's right. Yeah. And we want to thank everyone for being here again on another Milk Monday. All of our congregation, our brothers, our sisters, our family. In Yasha Allah, we thank you for being here. But before we get started, you know what we got to do. We got to first give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. We want to thank everybody, right? We want to thank our brothers and sisters, right? Because we are, we're not one of these large congregations and camps, right? We have a small congregation. But you know what? The Most High can do wonders with a small amount, right? We know that the scriptures say that. But we are glad that you were always diligent and with us and, breaking down these scriptures for you. Also putting your comments in, Oh, matter of fact, let me say this first. Anybody who's new to this class, to this channel, please, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel, to like the channel, and to also share with your friends and family. That way our message gets out to more people. That's how we want it. And of course, those who are here, make sure you like and share. Like, subscribe, share the class. Like, subscribe, share the class. It does not cost anyone a dime at all to like, share, and subscribe. Baba Kasha, the water. All right. Oh, so today's title, go ahead and pull up that thumbnail real quick. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go over some shout outs, but I do want to show the thumbnail now because this is an important piece of the stability, I'll say it that way, of the Israelite community, right? Is a mother, a father, a husband, and a wife loving each other according to the law. As you see, Milk Monday presents loving your spouse according to the law. We have precepts aligned on the outside of both the brother and the sister that are core scriptures to what Captain Eliel, or I should say this, what the Bible actually describes and lists as how we should love our spouse. All right, so let me go ahead and give up these announcements real quick. Any brothers who want to do the work with Anointed House of Saints, what you can do is you can let us know through email. All right, please send us an email at anointedhos@gmail.com. Please give your name, phone number, city, and state. Also in the description line, make sure you put prospect phase so we will know, or so you will know when the next prospect phase is going to begin. Also, we're not going to leave the sisters out. Y'all got work to do too. And we are looking for dedicated sisters who want to do the work with the brothers with AHOS. Please send us your interest for the sisters ministry. All right. We got some things and some ideas that are popping off. We would love to have our sisters because we have children. We have younger women in the congregation and we need teachers. We need our sisters to be able to teach and to be able to guide, to be able to assist and be able to help. All right. So any sisters who want to do that, please send us an email, anointedhos@gmail.com. in the description line, make sure you put Sisters Ministry. All right. Oh, okay. Now, any brothers or sisters who want to be a part of the AHOS congregation, all you got to do is send us your interest through email. We'll send the information back to you as to how to get things set up. We do have a questionnaire for all those who want to join with AHOS. It's not hard. It's pretty quick. We will get back the information once we go over the questionnaire, and then you're in the chat. All right. And in that chat, we get a chance to, to speak with brothers and sisters who live across different states. We get to talk about scripture. We break down, we pray for one another, all those things that a congregation is supposed to be doing, right? To uplift each other in the Most High. All right. So all praises for that. Let's go ahead and get some shout outs real quick so we can get class started. We got started a little bit late. Who we got? As most of the time, as often as it always is, seems to be. I want to give a big shout out and love to our mother, Johanna. Shalom, mother. Shalom, good to see you. Always good to see you. Shalom to myself. Dedicated 22. Shalom. Shalom to the mighty soldier, Nadia. Shalom, King. Shalom. Shalom to the mighty brother, Win Walker. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom to that mighty brother, Nazar. Good to see you, Nazar. Good to see you. Always here. Always coming through and breaking bread with a shalom. Shalom to the mighty officer Kowal out in Virginia. Shalom, King. I want to give a mighty shalom to the lovely sis Dawa's Rib, which is the house of Yahweh. Dawa, shalom, sis. Always diligent. Glad you're here. I got to give a shout out to my brother. This brother is mighty. He goes by the name of Tank. There's a reason for that, y'all. Shalom to that brother, though. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Shalom to the lovely sister Sky Anderson. That would be the house of Nadia. Shalom, sis. Always good to see you. Shalom also to sis Ramonica Wade. Shalom, sis. Welcome again. Shalom to the mighty DTA Nadab. Shalom. I was just talking to the brother on the phone earlier today. We're going to continue our conversation later. But shalom to you, soldier. Shalom to the lovely sis Apariana. Shalom, sis. Always good to see you also. Shalom to the lovely sister Abaya the Humble. All praises. This is a very talented sister. She's been with us the whole time, always diligent, always supportive. Shalom to you, sister, poetic princess, as a matter of fact. Shalom to another great and wonderful, lovely sister, Yahaziel. That is the house of Keziah. She is an asset to Anointed House of Saints. The water for being here, as always. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to that mighty brew, Taze, the Hebrew. Shalom. You always showing up, bro. Always showing up. Shalom to you, King. Good to see you. Shalom to the mighty soldier, Yaiquab, in the building, North Kakalaki. Shalom to you. Also, mighty shalom to seed of David. Israel, shalom to you, brother. Good to see you also. And also to the mighty world without end. That's 7121. Shalom to you, King. I don't see anyone else. If anyone else wants to get a shout out, just go ahead and throw it in the chat. I will try and shout you out at the end of class, or if not me, someone else. Shalom to the mighty soldier from Vegas, our mighty soldier Araya in Las Vegas. Shalom to you, King. Stay off that strip though. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're doing the work. That's just a joke.
Strip ain't that bad. It's actually empty right now. Motherfuckers moving out of Vegas. So
right. Shalom. But go ahead, kid. Captain, it's all yours.
No man. Hey, the water. Yeah, for sure. That's actually first thing I was gonna say after I said this. Shalom to everybody. Want to first give all honor and praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That is the Most High, who we call Yahweh, in the name of His Son, who we call Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. All right. So yeah. Next thing. So it shouldn't be any secret to anybody at this point. The reason we're doing this class, reason I decided to do this class, because it wasn't what I was gonna do, but due to what the hell has been happening over the weekend, I did want to talk about this, right? Not from the standpoint of talking about what happened with him and his wife per se, but for one, yes, keep them in prayer. But two, both of them from both sides, not just the brother, not just the sister, but both of them. You know what I'm saying? This is either a reconciliation that has to happen, or two people that got to go on about their lives without each other. So, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a child involved. So, however it go, we want it to go smoothly, and that's how I'm gonna say that. in regards to the situation, I don't plan on talking specifics about it because it ain't none of our business. We've already been included in it. You know what I'm saying? By the videos being put out there, so everybody can make their own opinion, however they want to have their opinion. I'm not going to have an opinion on anything other than the fact that I do think it was wrong how the brother was talking to the sister. I don't think that's anything anybody said. Even Hassad admitted that. So I think that's something that's safe to put on the record. Doesn't look like I'm choosing sides, putting that out there. But I do for sure want to make a lesson revolving around brothers loving their wives and even wives loving their husbands, because I think that's something that doesn't get talked about much in this community. I was talking to my girl. FYI, for those y'all don't know, I am moving to Tennessee this week. So yeah, I ain't tell the guys in the camp that. That's new news to them. So but I'll be back and forth.
Where's the bomb on that, man? That's just like
it's about time, ain't it? Like shit.
Yeah, yes. Where are you
But,
going? Chattanooga?
Nah, hell no. Nashville. But
Nashville,
Chattanooga ain't too far, so
right.
I'll be able to see the brothers and the sisters out there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, aside from that, I was talking to my girl and we were basically having a conversation, and she was like, once this stuff came out, she was like, why don't the community ever talk about and highlight like positive stuff? Every time something negative happens with a brother, everybody's on it. Everybody know about it. It's out there. It's not a secret. Even the people that's under a rock that don't even be in the community end up finding out about the situation. But if a brother gets married, it's not getting celebrated like that. When a kid graduates, it's not getting celebrated like that. And all these nice things she was saying that we don't celebrate. So that's stuff that if we're gonna be a community, we can't just always talk about the negative stuff. And I explained to her the reason why I think it is because us as Israelites, we get into this thing where because we're supposed to be this righteous people, you know what I'm saying? We want to be different than the church, want to be different than the Muslims and the Wapians and Egyptology, all them different people out there, right? And the biggest thing that they all have in common is sin and doing things that the Bible says not to do and stuff like that. So we always try to make it a point to try our best not to do those things. And when it's clear that a brother or a sister is not following the Bible, we also seem to make it a point to point them out for it, right? There's scriptures that you can go back and forth with on whether or not it's good to do that or good not to do that. What's up, Josiah? Shalom, King. I don't know if you heard, but I'm moving to Tennessee, so yeah. But like we getting to the point where we need to start highlighting good things in the community. You know what I'm saying? And I think one of the facts. But I think one of the things that we need to talk about is like, love from the standpoint of like how the Christians talk about it. Because that's something else we do a lot. And I'm guilty of this. We talk about love, but we only talk about it from the standpoint of the scriptures, which honestly, if you're following the scriptures, then it's going to translate to the love that the common world thinks about as well, right? But something that I think needs to be pointed out more, especially with what we see going on in the community, whether it be prominent teachers or people that aren't teachers at all. They all seem to be having everybody, across the board. I've had it in my last relationship, everything, you know what I'm saying? Damn near all the leaders in my last camp had issues in their relationship. So it's just a issue across the board, whether it be in leadership or whether it be just regular people in the truth. And it's not something that gets taught enough. Just the love aspect and the compromising and treating your spouse like you actually love the other person, you know what I'm saying? Going out with them, spending time with them, because brothers come into the truth and they become all Bible, right? And they start to take time away from their family and stuff like that. And it's like this job that I got, I'm kind of glad I got it. I'm about to leave, obviously, because I'm going to Tennessee, but for the time being that I had it, I'm kind of glad that I had it because it took so much freaking time for me. I had to stop doing things with the camp that I used to do. I ain't been on calls like I used to be. And I ain't been able to do family stuff like I used to do. I ain't been able to go see her like I used to do. And it put me in a mind state where like I started thinking about how in the truth, it's damn near the same thing. Where a lot of brothers, they take so much time in the truth, especially if you got a camp in your area and your camp's always doing stuff. Y'all go out one day a week, multiple times a week, y'all doing things, you got the feast days that we do. We got calls that we do if you're in leadership, always trying to get things together. There's councils that happen with people. There's doctrine conversations, all type of different things, right? that take up a lot of our time. And in the midst of that, sometimes you might forget to love your family the way that they might be used to you loving your family, or spending time with them the way that they was used to you spending time with them before you came into the truth. You know what I'm saying? And these are things we all have to be mindful of when we're in the truth. Uh, it's like another job. You got to learn the work life balance part of this thing too. You know what I'm saying? The work life harmony. This is a job basically that you don't get paid for right now. You will get paid for in the future. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing that you still got to treat it like that, and you got to learn to balance the time with your family and stuff. And in the midst of that, you got to be able to treat people the right way when you're balancing the time with them. You can't be mad that you got to spend time with the family and stuff like that. You have to treat it like a thing that you want to do the same way you used to before you came into the truth. You know what I'm saying? And for those of y'all that was effed up dudes in the world, which I understand that's the case sometimes, people might not know about it. Y'all got to change before y'all start jumping into relationships, because then you end up messing up the girls that you with too. And if they end up leaving, they end up messed up for the next dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Because y'all know we don't really in this community how effed up it is and how effed up people are. Y'all don't do the thing for real where people get married and then you're not supposed to get like, we don't really do that in this community. I can be honest and say that. There's certain aspects of the law we just not gonna be able to follow because of how effed up we are already, right? So those are just things we got to understand. And because of that, when y'all are in situations where y'all are messing up people and breaking up with people and switching relationships and jumping from this dude to the next dude or this woman to the next woman, y'all are messing up these people for the next folk. And as a people that we're supposed to be, mindful and cognizant of the other people that we have in our nation and stuff, this is something that you have to be thinking about too when y'all in relationships with people. If this isn't a person that you spend on or that you plan on spending the rest of your life with, honest relationship, you shouldn't be trying to be in a relationship with them.
Right.
If this isn't a person that you can see yourself being with, see yourself having a family with, then you shouldn't continue talking to that person. These are things that we need to think about. Whether you thought about it in the world, these are things you need to think about in the truth. When it comes to the polygyny thing, this is conversations I have with brothers in my camp, especially certain brothers around my age or younger. Ain't really no younger brothers in my camp, but in the old camp and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And brothers in my camp, especially now that are close to my age, that try to do the polygyny thing. There's a way you got to go about it. And one of the things that we saw in the situation that's going on with Deacon is the money aspect, right? I ain't gonna tell a brother how to run his household. I'm not gonna tell a brother how to control the funds in his household. But if you going to make it so that the women that are under you have to give you their money, there's certain things you have to make sure that you're providing for them in return equally, as if they had the money themselves to be able to provide for themselves and do what they want to do with their own money. It shouldn't be a thing where they have to ask you permission to do everything, because when you think about it in the Bible, the Proverbs 31 woman that was going out to the field to going out buying fields and buying this and buying that and putting her family in a better situation, that was money she had. You know what I'm saying? That was money that she was able to make for herself. That was money that she was able to control on her own, which is why she was able to make those decisions. And her husband was, had the wherewithal and the cognizant ability and the trust with her to trust that she was going to do the right things with those money. So I also implore brothers that are in polygynous situations that might handle their situation the way that this brother allegedly was, to also think about that. If you're going to get with a woman and have enough trust with her to have kids with her and stuff like that, you should also trust her enough for her own wallet, her own purse, her own pocketbook, whatever you want to call it, right? So those are just a couple of things I wanted to put out there to start. Again, I ain't judging nobody. I ain't telling you how to run your household. My wife has control over her money. If you got control over the household, if you needed something from your wife and she make her own money, you'd have it anyway. You know what I'm saying? My parents been married for 32 years. My dad never had to ask my mom for a whole check. You know what I'm saying? She don't work now. She hasn't worked in about 20 years. But when my mom did work, there was a time when she was working at the UPS corporate office. She was making more money than my dad for a couple years. My dad wasn't taking her whole check. So it just depends on how you run a household. There's ways for you to still get what you need out of that money and out of that help or whatever you want to call it. If you got control over the situation and she trusts you, she'll give you what you need out of that. Hell, she'll give you all of it. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be a thing where you have to basically set it up where they can't control their own stuff, especially if you trust them enough to be with you. That's what I think. That's my opinion. But again, opinions aren't you know, opinions aren't law. So my opinion isn't how you have to run your household. So don't take
Real-
that. If you want to take it with a grain of salt. If you want to take it with a grain of salt or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Salakia, I want to say something real quick. This is to the brother, or I don't know if it's a brother or sister, but like no other nation 144. No, we hear you, but this lesson is dealing with what the title says. So what you're bringing in right now is probably not
Yeah,
going to
it
be
has nothing to
addressed,
do
my
with the
brother.
class, bro.
Right. It's not going to be addressed.
This
So we
is an
appreciate
important
it.
topic right now. You could come back next week and talk about the Nephilim, but or on a
Absolutely.
day that I got no problem at all talking about it. I actually don't mind talking about it. The good brother Ariala, a good friend of mine, a good brother of mine, just made a video
Appreciate
about that last night. Actually, you know what I'm saying. So,
Appreciate it, brother.
to be real with you, like no other nation, I'm going to ask you to come back with that next week because that was actually part of what I was going to talk about today. I was going to go over Ariala's video. So I will do that next week. And you can bring that back next week and we could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You could type it in the chat or you can even come on the class. I will give you that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you kindly doing that for us. And yeah, but I have no issue at all talking about that subject. It's actually a subject I like to talk about. So yeah, come back next week, brother. But all right. But yeah, on the note we were talking about, so when it comes to like this whole situation, like I said, my opinion, anything I say in this video, opinionated, isn't something I have to follow. But there are scriptures that talk about how we should love our woman, how we should love our family, how, especially from the man standpoint, because a lot of these situations, and that's mainly what I'm going to talk from. I know there's situations where men get abused by their wives and have situations where their wife might be the one trying to control everything and stuff, but we're not talking about that tonight. Okay? Tonight, yeah, shout out to Ariala, bro. Shout out to Panah. Shout out to the House of Bread. Shout out to the Ram Gadol Gabarium. Shout out to the Hopeful Elect. Shout out to the servants. Shout out to all our brothers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Warriors of Yahushua, soldiers of Yahushua, soldiers of God, the swords, SOTs,
WFI.
everybody. Yeah, WFI, all of them. The SOTs, both of them, all three of them, however many it is now. All of you, right? Every camp out there, shout out to you. But yeah, so we got to get to the point though where, like, as men, we got to be able to have these conversations and not always try to bring in the women. We the leaders, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff would be corrected, yeah, for sure. AOR,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? AOC,
yeah.
everybody,
AOC,
you know what I mean?
all of them.
But HOY,
Right.
but we gotta shit. Now I got a
You
name.
got more names. Yeah, you got more names now to bring out.
No cap, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Our
right.
elders, you know what I'm saying? Mashara Yasharala.
LOI.
LOY, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Zaquan and them.
All right.
Right. So, but like I was saying, we gotta get to the point where we can not like always bring up other people or other women and stuff like that in situations like this. You know what I mean? But like in this situation, the standpoint I want to come from literally is from the standpoint of the guys, from us, right? What we need to do in order to make our situations better as men in our households and stuff like that. So I want to do something a little different since brothers did put scriptures on the screen and stuff on the thumbnail. Could we read those not?
God, somebody pull up. Yeah, there we go. Let me blow it up here a little bit. See if I can see. There we go. Which ones you want, Cap?
Oh, shit, all of them.
Okay.
Don't read Ephesians 5
Okay.
at all. You can read 33, but everything else you can read.
Hey, engineering, can you take off the anointed? Thank you.
There we go.
Yes. So you said 5 and 33 I can read?
Yeah. Don't read 5 and 25. Don't read 5 and 22. Don't read 5 and 28, but you can read 5 and 23 and read everything else.
5 and 20. You mean 5 and
we're
33?
going to bring out Ephesians 5 in a little bit.
Okay, I'll start with Matthew chapter 19 and verse 6, and it reads, "And they too shall be one flesh."
Shout out to BOW too, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother.
Shout out to BOW. Absolutely. This is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 6. And they too shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read
So that's
Ephesians.
something you got to think about, right? You're supposed to be one flesh with somebody. Certain things you wouldn't do to yourself, you shouldn't be thinking to do to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Certain ways you wouldn't talk to yourself, you shouldn't be thinking to talk to your wife. And I'm not speaking like I've been perfect with this, you know. Y'all know, or those of you that know, my last relationship with that woman, I did some shit that I shouldn't have did. Called her some names I shouldn't have called her. You know what I'm saying? We had a fight at Passover my last year at SOT. So it's like I'm not saying I'm perfect, that I've been perfect, but I've learned also. You know what I'm saying? That was 3 years ago, and I'm not making the 4 years ago, 2022, whatever the hell time that was. But I'm not making the same mistakes I was making back then. You know what I'm saying? The woman I'm with now, I'm moving with a lot more delicately. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I haven't made mistakes with her, but shit, it's not the same mistakes. And after I make a mistake, I try my best to correct it. And the way we have like conversations, it's not crazy argument where motherfuckers are trying to beat each other up and stuff like that. Like, but there's a lot of brothers in Israel that deal with that still. And a lot of it is because of the way you handle the situation. A lot of us is like a lot of it is us not understanding women are actually delicate creatures. We say that shit when we talk. We mention it when we on the street talking to people, but like sometimes in the heat of the moment, we don't actually treat the situation like they're really delicate creatures, and they are. They're very delicate. Certain things you can't say, or that you do say, or that you will say, will show you how delicate they are. You know what I'm saying? And if you as a man can't respect that and learn how to move accordingly to that, then you shouldn't be with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should be gay or single, like Paul was. You know what I'm saying? But like you shouldn't be with a woman because the way you gonna act and the way you're gonna react to certain things that she's gonna react to, especially in this world with all the things they have to think about. Shit they see on social media, TV shows that they see where dudes is cheating on their wife all the time. Like I took my girl to Cancun on a work trip, and my bosses didn't bring their wife so they could have sex with other women at the office and stuff. So it's like when you got things like that going on, in a world like this, the women get to see it prevalently. There's ways you got to move because there's always things for them to think about. Them being delicate creatures, them being emotional creatures. Bro, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm not promoting nobody being gay. It was a joke. Okay, calm down. I joke like that when I'm it was a joke. For anybody that don't know me, it was a joke. I'm not promoting nobody being gay. Nah, I was serious about being single like Paul, joking when I said be gay. Okay. The point was you shouldn't be with a woman because that's not the attitude that's going to work with a woman, right? That's something that the dudes at the Bulldog in Atlanta will be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's type of arguments you see them having outside when they drunk. That's what I was trying to say. If y'all couldn't read between the lines, but like, and if y'all don't know about the Bulldog, that's that place we used to talk crap about when we was in Atlanta all the time and stuff like that. When we was at SOT, when we used to go eat and So good time. But point is, our people need to be of the mind state, men mostly, right? Need to be in the mind state of handling our women delicately, whether it's a woman that you're talking to, whether it's a woman that you're married to, whether it's women that you're, over in a camp that you got to care for and stuff like that you got to deal with and everything. So it's a certain way we should be dealing with women. And in relationships, a lot of the times in the heat of moments, we don't deal with them the correct way. That's something we have to be cognizant of, especially being men in the truth. We can't say we're going to point out when brothers are evil and they do wicked things and they sin and they turn against their camp and they change the doctrine and all this other stuff, right? But then we're not pointing out when brothers are not treating a woman right, not talking to their woman delicately, not treating her the way that she should be treated. You know what I'm saying? And of course, vice versa with the women on the men's side. But like I said, tonight it's all about the dudes. So my bad, not go ahead, continue.
No, so the next scripture is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 33.
Yep.
Let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself.
So we're supposed to love our wife as we love ourselves. And when I say that, it's not just like, yo, I love me, so I love her. It's a little deeper than that, fellas. You know what I mean? It's more than just a feeling, it's actions as well. actions that you wouldn't, if you weren't you, things you wouldn't do to yourself, don't do to your wife.
God.
Like that, right? That's how you should think about it. So things that you wouldn't want her to do to you, don't do to your wife. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that we got to learn. And, you know, going back to old sayings, when I teach y'all, I teach myself. Again, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. You know what I mean? All of us got this thing to work on. So, but the point is, it got to be worked on. At some point, we can't just act like we these big, tough, righteous dudes and everything like that. And we're just lions in the household all the time. You know what I mean? So, got to love your wife like you love yourself. Go ahead.
Yes, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband.
And you'll be surprised how much they actually reverence you when they feel like you love them.
That's right.
Because they're about feelings, they're about emotions. So if you make them
Emotions.
feel the way that they want to feel, they will do whatever the hell you want, bro.
They will
You know what I'm saying?
respect that.
Huh?
I said they will respect. That's that reverence, respect. They will
Yeah.
respect their husband.
And I'm saying it comes naturally. It's not something you really got to
Yeah.
work for. The only thing you
Right.
got to work for is making her trust that you feel the way you claim to feel.
Mhm.
And the way you do that is through your actions and the way you talk to her.
Yep.
Your actions and your word, keeping your word even. You know what I'm saying? These are things that they trust. These are things that build their trust. And their trust is tied to emotions. And their emotions is how they deal with people, including you, their husband,
Right.
or the man that
Right.
they're dealing with. So you have to take all of that stuff into consideration. You know what I'm saying? As the husband, as the
That's right.
man that's leading her. You feel me? Keep going.
Let me comment on this real quick. It says
Yeah,
the
go
second
ahead.
half says, and the wife see that she reverence her husband.
Mhm.
Right. So the wife has to know when she looks at her husband being the lawful husband, doing the duties of the husband, keeping the commandments. Don't be tempting him to go off. Don't be trying to, show the respect that he deserves when he's treating you as himself. I mean, it's really that simple. It's really that simple. That's all I wanted to say, all I wanted to add. I yield.
Facts.
This
Good
is
precept. Go ahead.
Proverbs 18 and verse 22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord.
So I mean, if the Bible says you got a good thing and you believe the Bible, you got to treat the good thing like a good thing. Can't treat a good thing like it's bad, or you're not going to have the good thing anymore, or the good thing will become a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So for the brothers that are saying, "Ah, man, when you got a wife like that, who needs enemies?" You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, you see how the brother was treating the sister. From my opinion, this is my opinion now. I'm not saying nothing concrete. It's just in my opinion. From what I heard, uh, just the way you talk to a sister can make her change the way she deals with you. You know what I'm saying? There's a word called resentment. There's a word called reverence that we just spoke about, and then there's a word called resentment. You feel me? So she'll either reverence you or she will resent you, and those are the things y'all got to think about. It's all based on how you treat her and the emotions that she's carrying towards you as the man.
That's right.
My dad taught me that. I know some of y'all ain't grow up with a pops, and that's cool, but that's why you got brothers, because some of us did grow up with a pops. You got brothers like Knock, who is a pops in his child life, and I'm sure his children are gonna learn this stuff. Knock's a damn R&B singer. He know how to deal with a woman. Like, I'm just saying. So I mean, like, y'all got brothers in the community. Y'all could ask about this type stuff. If you don't got nobody like over you in your household that you could talk to about this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? There's older gentlemen, whether they're in your camp or another camp or just in the community, somebody you talk to on Facebook, whatever it is, that you can go to. And as we say in the business I'm in, network about this stuff to learn how to deal with different things that you might not know how to deal with. So, I mean, like, there has to be a better example that we set. And I think for the community to get better, it starts with our household. And the things that we've seen come out with certain brothers in their households, whether it's been this year, last year, the year before that, the year before that, or the year before that, every year is something going on with a prominent brother in his house. And that has to be a sign for us to realize that's where it starts. The Bible's going to say that. Some scriptures we're going to talk about are going to explain that. You know, if you can't rule your household, you can't rule the church. You feel what I'm saying? So it starts there. You have to learn how to deal with your wife, because your wife is a woman and the church is like a woman. it carries a bunch of emotions. There's a bunch of gossip. There's a bunch of things going on in the church, in the congregation. So you got to treat the emotions of the church just like the emotions of the woman. There's certain things you got to say, certain actions you got to show to make the people of the church trust you. It's the same thing. Otherwise, they don't. And then you have situations where people leave and all these other things that happen. Right? Scandals and all that stuff.
Right.
So again, we got to get to the point where, and then sidebar, when a lot of these camps have these scandals, you realize the brother in the middle of the scandal always got an issue with his household. 99% of the time, the brother in the issue of in the middle of the scandal got a bunch of women he's dealing with and they all mad at him. Or one woman he's dealing with and she's messing with another guy because she's mad at him. Or him and his wife beating each other up. Or he molesting his child. Like, whatever the hell. It's always some effed up stuff going on in that dude household. Right? So we got to come to the realization at some point in this community that that's where it starts, the house. And if we're the leaders of the house and the leaders of the community, we have to be man enough to understand that's where it starts. And we got to get everything right there first. So it's like when brothers step away, I hope that they're stepping and pray that they're not just stepping away to get certain doctrines right and to find out if X, Y, and Z was good. Hope it starts with their household because that's the only way things are going to get right. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, my bad, Knock. Go ahead.
Now I want to add something. Nadia, something that Nadia had posted.
Y'all add what y'all want because y'all married. I'm getting there, but not, you know.
He said, Nadia says to find a wife, you have to know what to look for. And then he has clean yourself first.
Facts.
Right. And you know, when you go ahead. And you know, like what the verse says, right? It says, let me take that down. Somebody take that down real quick. Take Nadiab's post down.
There you go.
It says, whoso findeth a wife, findeth a good thing. It says, whoso findeth a wife, findeth a good thing, right? So that means there's certain characteristics that the Most High says that the wife has, right? And then when you realize that you find that wife, because it's not saying find any type of woman, it's saying a wife, right? That's when you obtain favor from the Lord, right? Hold on 1 second. What happened? So it's all about knowing what are the characteristics of a wife, right? Sisters, characteristics of what the scriptures say that a wife is. A lot of sisters love to go to Proverbs 31, right? Talk about the virtuous wife.
And right? A lot of brothers just like to go to help meet. So whatever help you need, they just supposed to meet it.
Right. Okay.
But it's like, what's the middle ground of that? What does that mean? What does it mean to be a Proverbs 31 really? And what does it mean to actually have a help meet?
God.
You know what I'm saying? Is it help meet somebody that just like, you know, hey, she make $150,000 a year. I make 30,000. So I'm going to just help her meet me where I need to be at and let her give me all my money. Like, Is that how it's supposed to go? No, she my pillar of rest. So I'm going to rest on the pillow while she get up and go to work.
That's wicked.
Like, because some of y'all niggas run your household like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say no names, but some of y'all run your household like that. And it's like, you got to think, is that really what a wife's supposed to be? Is that really how the men of the Bible had their households being run?
God.
Those things you got to think about. My dad would have, where my pops is, he never would have like stood for that. Just having a woman do all the work for him. The way I was raised, I wouldn't feel like a man if that was the case. I'd feel like I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing. It's like, so some of y'all I know just you weren't raised like that, which is okay. But you got to understand at some point, whether you were raised a certain way or not, right is right, wrong is wrong. And you have to decide what's going to be right in your household, what's going to be wrong in your household. And like Nadia and Nak was saying, the woman you find got to be somebody that aligns with that.
That's right.
So if right to the women you with is her giving you all her money, then cool, y'all align. Great. You're equally yoked.
And you know what's crazy? When you're looking for that wife, you got to know what the Bible says about what a wife's supposed to be. So what does that mean? That means you have to make sure that you're cleaned up yourself. Yeah. You're not going to know how to find a wife according to the scriptures if you ain't got yourself together.
Yep.
It just makes sense. Don't make sense.
But you'll be surprised how when you get yourself together, the Most High give you exactly what you want.
God.
When you're ready for it, he give you exactly what you want. Some brothers fight it. She might not look exactly how they want her to be or whatever the hell, but she's exactly what you want. She might look exactly how you want her to look, and then she got some things you got to work on, but she's willing to work on it. So it's exactly what you want. These are things the woman Canol told me this one time, and my pops told me the same jump. A woman is not going to be perfect, just like you not perfect. So you got to find things to compromise with the woman, just like she got to find things to compromise on with you. But the things y'all compromise on, one, shouldn't destroy y'all, and two, they should put y'all in a situation where, y'all are equally compromising. So it doesn't feel like nobody's taking from the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And in order for that to happen, like Knocking Nadia said, once again, you have to know what to look for. You have to know what you want, and you have to know knowing what you want also includes you knowing how to deal with what you want. So these are things you got to know. And in order to know that, a lot of times you have to clean yourself up first. You're not going to attract what you want. You'll keep attracting things you don't want, which is what you had before that kept not being good for you because you didn't clean yourself up. That's what you keep attracting. Some of y'all marry these women in the truth and you continue to be with them and stuff like that. You find out it's not what you want, even though you knew it wasn't what you wanted when you were still talking to her and stuff like that. But, you wanted some kebab or whatever. So you go out there, you get you another woman. And this woman you was dealing with never even wanted to be a multiple wife. But she in the truth. So now she feel like she needs to stick around because if she don't stick around, she's going to get demonized because she's in a situation she don't want to be in. And she can't leave because if she just leave, then she's a demon. So it's like, it's all these nuances you got to think about. And a lot of it be y'all niggas' fault because y'all just be doing stuff without, knowing the woman you with or the situation that you're in. And then it ends up causing problems for you in the long run. Yeah, facts, Boaz. Way more to providing than just a paycheck and paying bills. And Boaz is a brother that can tell you about that now. You know what I'm saying? Boaz know what that mean now. So it's like, again, there's brothers in the community that you can go to ask you about these things. There's new fathers in the community. There's new married brothers in the community. There's new relationships in the community every damn day. You could go to people to talk about this stuff. You talking to a girl that not going to be right, you don't need to be dealing with her. Don't force yourself in a situation going to make you have to get another wife. If this girl, you done told her you're not going to do that. Then you do it later on down the line, you're going to be messed up. Because some of y'all do that. You tell the girl, I ain't going to never get another wife. I just want you. And then it turned out she a demon, but she ain't cheat on you. She's just a demon. You know what I'm saying? You should have been courting her to find out if she a demon before. She brought the representative for 5 months. And then after 5 months, y'all done did everything and stuff like that. And now she done brought the real her out. And you mad about it. And you like, well, I'm just going to deal with this other chick. Sliding in the girl DMs, other chick down with it and stuff like that. You got one that might be cool with polygyny, but the first one not. You already basically married to her, according to some of y'all doctrine with the sex is marriage stuff. So y'all be messed up out here. Just messing the whole community up. Making it possible for niggas like this to make videos about us. Hold on, let me show you this, right? Because this is the reason why I was like, yo, somebody got to say something about this.
Yo, y'all, so let me actually just do this.
Hold on, take down the thumbnail real quick. Team. There you go. You have to blow it up, Cap.
Yeah, I am. It ain't really done to blow up. I just want to try to hear what they're saying. See,
okay,
look, Deacon Priest Hakah, wife expose him. My reaction. And this is a channel called Faithful to God. These are Christian former Israelite niggas that hate camps specifically, and they try to find anything they can find to get on camps and to make camps look bad. And some of y'all got to think about, right? I'm not just saying this because I'm in a camp, because it's the community that looks bad, not just the camps. It's all the Israelite men that look bad after stuff like this, whether you in a camp or not. And videos like this, when they get made, when situations like this happen, you allow for videos like this to be made. And when videos like this get made, it's 1,300 people that aren't even in the Israelite community within 4 hours that are watching this just to see what the hell we're talking about, what the heck is going on in our community, how screwed up we are. So they can talk more stuff about the Israelites on Clubhouse. and not show their face. That's all we're making possible happen here. It's nothing good that's coming out of this for the community, other than brothers like me probably making more classes about needing to love your wife more. But you know how Israel is. Who gonna watch it? So it's like if y'all didn't think that I was gonna be talking ish about the deacon tonight, 30 motherfuckers wouldn't even be in here. That's how screwed up the community is. I don't got a problem saying that. I know how y'all is, because last week, the week before that, it was 12. So I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just be honest. So it's like these are things we got to think about and we have to examine ourselves on, guys. We like the drama. We like to talk about things that are super negative in the community. Everybody likes to know about it. Everybody jumps in there to find out what's going on. But like I said, like my girl said, when it's a good situation, somebody gets married, a kid graduates, somebody got a new job. You know what I'm saying? Like Chief Ephraim got that job. He got, I think he a correctional officer or something like that. He worked at the jail. He's helping the youth and stuff like that. He wanted that job for a long time. And when he got it, he posted it. And it wasn't front page news. Hey, yo, we got a brother in the prison system now. It ain't just little BS prison ministries when they let us come. It's a brother in the yard now. You know what I'm saying? We got infiltration. You know what I'm saying? And it's young dudes he's around. People that can actually grow up and make something of themselves and teach the truth afterwards. Not old dogs that can't learn any new tricks. Didn't make the news. It didn't make Israelite news media. It wasn't all over Facebook. Some guys shared it. Some of us liked it. It ain't make the news though. It wasn't whoo, you know, brothers getting married. Them sisters, the lady Lula Lighthouse, she making fire garments for everybody in the world wedding. Some of the people y'all know getting married. We ain't just whoo, look, hey, marriage. You know what I'm saying? But that's all stuff we should be celebrating in the community.
That's right.
It shouldn't be just, he's screwing his wife over. Oh, he a pimp. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, he doing this with his wife. Oh, he's a dirty devil. Like, that's all we be doing, though. We point out all the negative stuff. It's never no positive coming out in the community. Brothers make good lessons. We found the tribe of Dan. Nope. Ariella done did research and gave us the actual breakdown to the Nephilim. But nope. Like brothers doing research on Hebrew and try to tie together the paleo and the contemporary so we can speak both. And it's like, hey, great scholarship, but nope. Let's talk about this dude that liked to do the dildo thing. Let's talk about this dude that liked to pimp his wife. Let's talk about this dude that's molesting his kid. Like, okay, it's happening. Yes, it shouldn't be happening. I don't want to know about that, though. I ain't going to lie. I don't give a damn. I ain't doing it. Correction. Yes, correct the brother. Do that. But does everybody in the community need to correct the brother? If it's 12 correction videos out there, let them 12, the brother gonna see one of them. I promise you, one of them gonna hit the algorithm. And he gonna hear word of the other ones. Especially if it's niggas he don't like making the videos. Hassad and Deacon don't follow me no more. But they gonna hear about this. And I ain't even talking ish. I just know it's gonna be some nigga that, hey, Eliel. So word spreads fast. We don't have to all, jump on the gas train and the bandwagon and just talk about all the negative stuff in the community all the time. Sometimes it's okay to talk about positive things. Israel.
That's weird. As you say, sometimes it's okay to talk. It's weird to tell people that it's okay to talk about good
things. It's crazy, ain't it? But sometimes, guys, it's okay to talk about positive stuff. I went to Cancun. I'm posting pictures of it. Niggas like, damn. Why are you showing your wife in the pool? Cause she in the pool. She's having fun. I put an emoji where y'all was gonna think that like I can't show us in the pool. She's hugged up on me. She ain't on another dude. Like she ain't showing nothing. I don't understand. She ain't butt naked. It's a pool. We're in Cancun. It's 105 degrees. Like we post pictures in front of a mirror with like matching outfits on and stuff. Oh, why y'all showing everybody y'all on vacation? Cause so because I'm an Israelite teacher, preacher, pastor, whatever you want, minister, whatever you want to call me, because I'm that, I can't show that I have fun with my wife. I can't go out of town and post the pictures for y'all like everybody else in the world does. I can't be a human because I'm an Israelite. Y'all niggas is crazy. Seriously. It don't make no sense to me that brothers got to go out of town and then worry about, hey, should I post this? We look too happy. Y'all drink at Passover. You drink at every feast day you got. Some of y'all niggas be sloppy drunk, gotta fall asleep in the parking lot. I've seen it. But you mad that I take a video of me with my wife in Mexico taking a Mexican tequila shot? We ain't drunk. And we at breakfast. You see the food. In Mexico, they drink all times of the day. It was 5 p.m., damn near dark. And brothers mad that we showing that we got food. We go to the hibachi spot. Oh, y'all don't got to show pictures of everything y'all doing. Like, bruh, tell me you a hater without telling me you a hater. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be an issue or a negative that a brother wants to show y'all what he's doing with his wife. He gets married. My homie get married and stuff like that, right? He got the Israelite wedding. He posted pictures. Don't nobody repost it. It's like, what the hell? What's going on with this? What's up with this community? We teach gather together, O nation not desired, and y'all can't even gather to freaking repost some happy stuff on Facebook. I mean, you know, that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but I wanted to show y'all, right, that there's actually people in the world that feed on us not being right as a community, and they make videos about it to show everybody else. There's people that do that, right? When the brother said, I don't care if you tell it to, you show it to vocab Malone, all this, you don't got to show it to vocab because there's other people that's not vocab looking for this type of stuff. There's people with no name that are Christians, that are Muslims, that have had conversations with us, whether it be us at SOT, whether it be the brothers on Clubhouse, whether it be anything on the street, any camp, anywhere. Anton Daniels done ran into us before. He hates us. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of people that don't like the Israelites because of how we talk to people on the street, because of how we interact with people, and because of things like this that they can see that they're like, well, look at how they talk to these dudes in this video. It's no surprise how they spoke to us on the street now because we see how they talk to their wives. It's like you got to think.
They're gonna take every little thing, find every little thing to throw back.
Y'all, and that's something y'all got to understand, bro. The way y'all act too, especially when it gets out there in the public, it doesn't make it any easier for us to spread the truth. It makes it harder. Now, more people gonna be walking past us in the street. Less people gonna be interested in what we got to say because more people gonna know we got more BS going on in the community, and half of it is because it's all we talk about. It's gonna be bad stuff. The Christian community got bad stuff. Do we know everything going on in every church in America though? No. But every church in America know what the hell we got going on. All they gotta do is get on Facebook and Twitter, and Instagram.
Right.
Because we gonna say it. They gonna keep their stuff indoors. They gonna have their little councils. They gonna sweep shit under the rug. You get molested in the church, your mama don't even know about it.
Damn.
A dude in the community here molested his kids, and it's on Channel 2 Action News. You know what I'm saying? Because we just spread negative stuff that easily, that fast, that willingly in this community, as opposed to just spreading positive stuff. The sister could have put her video out. She could have said her piece. Yeah, leaders would have found out about it. Brothers that seen her side post would have found out about it. But the whole world still would have been, oblivious to what was going on. She'd had her little 500 views for the 500 people that gave a damn. And we would have been able to go on about our business. But now we got to make a class because there's one channel that got 1,000 views on it in 4 hours. And they're not the only channel that's talked about it. So how many other people you think seen it?
Right.
They're Christian. This is a Christian channel. I'm not subscribed to them. You see it. It popped up on my algorithm, though. This wasn't sent to me. It popped up on my algorithm. Because the algorithm knows, hey, you an Israelite. Let me throw you this. This is what the rest of y'all are watching right now. Because y'all are spreading it that much. Algorithms go off words. It's artificial intelligence. So when they see Deacon Akkad, his wife, expose. It's throwing that in everybody's algorithm that's an Israelite that watch videos pertaining to this guy or anything similar to it. Christians that watch the classes that, don't got nothing to do with us, but just study us so they can find out how to debunk us. They're now getting this in their algorithm. So not only are they trying to figure out how to debunk us, now they're in our business too. And we don't know nothing about them. We have no ammo to go back at them with. You know what I'm saying? So not only do it make people less likely to want to talk to us and come into the community, it also it puts us on an uneven playing field with our enemies because they have ammo that they can use against us that we can't use back. Strategy, guys. That's part of how we push the truth. When Christ was with the apostles, he sent them out to certain places, put Paul to go out to certain places, told them not to deal with certain people because it was a strategy on how to properly spread the truth. Y'all are screwing up the strategy. You're making it impossible. You know what I'm saying? We need to come up with a structured way to handle in-house issues where the rest of the world can't find out about it. Like we don't know about all the BS going on in the Masonic temples. We don't know about the cardinal that molested the little boy at the church at 12 p.m. today. But the cardinal know about Deacon and his wife, though. You feel what I'm saying? That's what y'all got to think about when y'all push this type of stuff through the community. When y'all make posts and stuff like that, think about the other people that are going to be coming into this thing, that are going to be seeing it, right? We have to, and I'm not in no way, shape, or form telling you not to rebuke the brother because I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't think this stuff was wrong. What I'm saying is there needs to be a way that we go about rebukes where we're not making a million videos about something and then the whole world knows about the situation. And it leaves it open for them to be able to talk about it too from the angle of us of hating us. Mm-hmm. Right? Some of you might think you're making the video to constructively criticize the situation, or you're just making the video for content to make people aware about it. But it's like, okay, you're doing that while also making people aware of the negativity. You know what I'm saying? So just things you got to think about. And I got no problem saying it. I don't feel like, even if you think I'm bringing negativity to it, okay, great. But I got to do it because for 3-4 days now, y'all been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Since this came out. So, but go ahead. My bad. You can go back to reading them things. Let me move this.
Yeah. Were you gonna play the video or no?
I'll play it later. I just because it's just them talking ish. I didn't really want to bring that type of negativity into the situation. Y'all can go watch it if y'all want to go hear what they were saying. But
real quick, I want to respond to Seed of David Israel. Yeah, I did see that video. By the way, just to answer that question.
Which video are you talking about? Which one?
Let me highlight it real quick. Look over in the chat. Right there.
By the way, did you see Bishop Nathaniel's interview on Soft White Underbelly? Nah. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's a podcast type of show. Edomite. It's different. It's different. I actually watched it and I was wow,
different. Okay. It's called Soft White Underbelly. What the fuck?
Yeah. You have to check it out. I'll put it in the Telegram chat, the link of it.
I don't know if I want to check that out. That sounds like some sloppy second stuff from the White House. I don't know about that one. What
Yeah.
what was so you
It
said
was
it's
just
Edomite? What was he on there for? He was trying to
he
convert
was
the guys on?
no. They just wanted to kind of, from what I could tell, they wanted to kind of understand the Israelite movement and and things like that. And I thought
Wow.
it was interesting because the show it's a weird type of. He has guests on there, and all you see is just the guests speaking. You don't see him asking the question, the interviewer asking the questions. You hear him, but you don't see him. And he has a spotlight just on them. So
He was like he's trying to get his DJ Vlad on in his early days.
that's it's very similar to that style. Very
Mm.
similar to that. Yep. That's a good comparison right there. Yeah,
Interesting.
go ahead and pull the thumbnail back up.
Yeah.
Shot the water. Okay, where were we at? We were I'm gonna go to the right side. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 18. And it reads, "Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself."
Yeah.
That's plain upon tables, y'all.
I mean, yeah. I don't even need to explain that. Go ahead.
I know some of y'all do know your neighbor as your wife too, and your husband, right? You know that,
Yeah,
right?
it's not just people next to you, you know what I'm saying, that you live next to, or your brother in the congregation, or your sister in the congregation. The
Right.
person that you sleep in the bed with is also your neighbor.
That's right. I mean, it even says the children of thy people, right?
Yeah.
So,
And hopefully, I mean, now some of y'all do marry people that aren't the children of y'all people, right? I ain't got a problem with it, as long as they not a nation that the Most High told you not to get with, right? And for those of y'all, Edom is not one of those nations. So for all of y'all with the Edomites, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? More power to you. You got them in check already for the kingdom. Shout out to you. But what you got to understand is, there's a level of respect that everybody should show their partner, and the whole treating them like the neighbor thing, I think, is something that needs to be emphasized a lot, because, like Knox said, a lot of people seem to forget that their neighbor is their spouse, and in the truth, particularly because we're the only ones that really emphasize the law. I've also noticed that we put a big emphasis on loving our neighbors and don't really do the same thing with the spouses as much, whether it be the husband or the wife. So you might be in a situation where you love the brothers in your camp, you treat them like you love them and stuff, but then your wife, you cussing her out at the house. And it's because you're not thinking about your wife also like the brother that you got in the truth, that you know got your back. When you should feel like she got your back more than that brother, if I'm being honest, because like she's your wife. Y'all supposed to be one flesh, like we read a minute ago. Yeah, you're not one. I'm not one flesh with Knock. I'm not. We ain't never gonna be one flesh.
not in that context. No,
nah.
no. Maybe one agreement.
Yeah, agreement definitely, but like not the way I'm supposed to be with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I would think as a man, especially in the truth, that you would want to trust your wife more than you want to trust the brothers in the camp. But I also know, due to what I've heard in the last 24 hours from another camp, I'm not going to say nothing because I ain't trying to, say no names, but it's a camp that used to also be connected to the guys that are in question. I'm going to just say that. And they have been talking a lot about like the situation. And the way they've gone about talking about it is in a way where like, they kind of teach that they lead their wives out of this truth type thing. I don't know what that means per se, because like, how would you have a wife and then you in the truth and then you leave her out of it? But nevertheless, like if that's how brothers are going about this, you're going about it wrong, in my opinion. Again, my opinion, because if this is something, again, you're supposed to have a wife that's one flesh with you. If you're doing something that something that's going to invoke your flesh to do certain things, feel certain ways like the truth does, you should also include the other person that's supposed to be connected to your flesh, right? If you believe in the spiritual encounters and stuff like that, like some of y'all do and everything, right? If you believe in the interlocking spirits and all that stuff, when you find your quote unquote soulmate and you get married and all that mess, that's also something you got to think about. If you think that, like if you think like that, you know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead, now.
Con. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. And it reads, "Husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel."
Giving
and
what unto the wife?
giving honor unto the wife. Let me say
So,
that again, actually.
yeah.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
So not only is she supposed to be honored, but it's supposed to be understood while honoring her that she's the weaker vessel,
Yeah.
right? So there's a certain amount of love you're supposed to show to this person, this woman. There's a certain amount of admiration you're supposed to show. There's a certain amount of reverence she's supposed to show back to you. Certain amount of respect she's supposed to show, and of course admiration as well. And at the same time, you know, there's a there's a understanding that you're supposed to have as the man that she is weaker than you, right? Not always in strength. Some of y'all got wives that are a lot bigger than y'all. Some of y'all got wives that are bodybuilders. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't for tell me, brother, that your wife is not stronger than you because you look like me and she look like China from WWF. You know, yeah. But like when y'all got situations like that, it's not always, you know, and that brother know what I'm talking about. He's probably laughing right now. But the weaker vessel thing is not a thing where it's like, or even for the women, because I know some of y'all be thinking like, I ain't weak. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily a thing where we trying to call you weak physically or even mentally. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing. No matter who you are, no matter what the woman is, you you weaker spiritually just because of your emotions. You know what I'm saying? And when I say weaker spiritually, I'm not saying weaker on a level with the most high spiritually. I mean, like, we'll say emotionally, right? Instead of spiritually. But you you're you're weaker on an emotional level. And I even got to clarify that. When I say weaker on an emotional level, I don't mean like you in less control of your emotions. I just mean that you feel them more. There we go. I think I said that right. So due to you being a person or a creature rather that feels your emotions more than we feel them, you're going to act on your emotions more than we act on them. Due to us feeling them less, we act on more the word they call logic, right? So it becomes a battle of logic versus emotions. And brothers have to understand a lot of the times your logic is not going to work with her emotions. Sometimes you gotta just lay the rug down and be okay with it. Got to find a way to compromise with her, try to come to a common ground because she's going to be so emotional that logic might not get through at that moment. It's not to say it won't get through later, but you got to know how to handle that situation. If you got a wife that cries, you might not be able to say things to her while she's crying. You got to calm her down, be delicate with her, and when she get back right again, then y'all can have a conversation the way you intended to have a conversation before. Can't just get mad about it and, oh, here you go, this crying shit again. Some of y'all do that because it's lack of delicate what's the word I want to use? A lack of like emotional maturity, I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Where you're able to notice how to deal with certain situations in a way that's not going to invoke her emotions. Because again, they feel them more than we do, which means they act out differently than we would when feeling the emotions. So sometimes you have to, you know, curtail or cater to the emotions, prioritize the emotions before you prioritize the thing that you're actually trying to say. It's not saying that you ignore it because you still bring it up, but sometimes you might have to, you know, prioritize the emotions first to get her in a situation where she's actually able to listen to you. You feel what I'm saying? These things you got to learn as a man. I had to learn it. Yeah. Tenderonism. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the tenderoni and you got the tenderoniism. So it's like we used to, yeah, you know, in the world, you got the thotaronis and then the girl you with is the tenderoni, right? For those of y'all that don't know. And yeah, you got to learn how to. I like that, Nazar. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Tenderoniism. So, and I know Knock know what the definition of the tenderoni is, but I'm assuming back in the day, the reason y'all used the word tender is because of how delicate you had to treat the woman. Am I right?
Okay.
So, like, there you go. Even the older brothers back in the day, when they was making their R&B songs and stuff, they was writing about it because, like, it's how they knew they had to treat the woman.
Yeah,
So
that was
this
a
is
whole
stuff that,
movement back then.
huh?
So the 90s R&B, that was a whole movement back then.
Whole movement. Yeah, the tenderoni thing. That's where I know the word from, the 90s and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like that stuff, the understanding of that is something that has to be brought back because it's not talked about in the music we listen to now. Now the women aren't taught to be tender. But what y'all don't know is even the women that don't act tender, the sexy reds and stuff, they still got, tenderoni tendencies. They still will get in their emotions like a tenderoni, which means you got to act like that. You have to treat them delicately still. Even them hood rats with the rough around edges that got the different color hair and the really long fingernails and the eyelashes they could fly away with, they still got like, you know, characteristics of which you got to be tender with them. So these are things we got to think about. All right. I think you got one more scripture, knock, or that's it.
I want to read. Officer Boaz just sent the same scripture to me.
Okay.
But I
And
want
I got a
to read.
couple on here I want to read too before we
I want
go.
to. I want to read it in the amplified. Said that wrong. In the amplified version.
Okay.
It says. It says this. It says First Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Pull this back up. And it reads here in the amplified version, it says, in the same way, you husbands live with your wives in an understanding way, with great gentleness and tact, and with an intelligent regard for the marriage relationship, as with someone physically weaker, since she is a woman. Show her honor and respect as a fellow heir of the grace of life, so that your prayers will not be hindered or ineffective.
Woo! So your prayers ain't hindered or ineffective. So messing with your wife the wrong way could mess up your blessings, bruh.
Yeah.
If you ain't seen it, ain't true. I don't know what's wrong with you. Because nigga, it's evident now through the things we've seen. If you the type of brother that learn from other people's mistakes, learn from the mistakes you've seen. Don't make them. The scripture talk about, I don't want to butcher it because I always get this junk wrong, but it talks about the woman scorned. You know what I'm saying? And how, for lack of better words, you don't want to mess with that.
Right.
The best way to not mess with it is to not scorn her. Correct? Some of them be scorned because of things God directly do to them. It be your fault. Sometimes we got to just look at ourselves and be like, I shouldn't do that. So, yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Yeah. I was with a sexy red before. My last woman was like that. Boy. Yeah,
Damn, that's a title now? That's a label?
The sexy red, yeah. Hell yeah, bro. She's a whole category by herself.
Damn.
Yeah. You got the Meg the Stallions, you got sexy reds, you got what's the girl Offset was with? The Hispanic one, Dominican Cardi B.
Cardi B, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, the gorilla too? And the gorilla?
Yeah,
I say gorilla. I mean Glorilla.
Yeah, the gorilla, the one, yeah, the girl with the deep voice. And then you got the Taylor Swifts. It's 5 categories, all of them different. 4 different types of hood rats, and then the white girl.
Man,
there's not even a new age example for like somebody good that I know about. It's just crazy.
I can't think of any right now.
Back in the day, you used to have the Nia Longs and all that type of stuff for like the good girls and stuff. Now we ain't even got one of those. This is terrible.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, man. Think of it that way.
We don't even got one. We got Ice Spices and stuff, bro.
Right.
It's crazy. Oh my goodness, what we doing? But yeah, guys. So that's even that like that point right there. That shows you how bad and how far away we've gotten from what used to be. We used to be able to identify tender women and then make an example of them for other women to have as an example to be like tender and soft and stuff. And now only thing we have is examples of like rapper women. That's like the equivalent. Like what we got now, knock is like if all y'all examples when you was coming up, you was like my age. If all the examples was Foxy Brown, Eve.
Oh man, we'd be terrible. we wouldn't have made it. You didn't even got to finish. We wouldn't have made it.
like if that was all the examples y'all got, bro, that's like the situation we in right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So because of that, guys, we have to do better because we can't let that run how the women gonna be, and then you treating them crazy too. Because like the sis said, those women are more emotional than the women you dealing with, and some of y'all can't even handle the women in the truth.
So this comment says Nia Long nowadays been talking about some she wants a YN, no strings attached kind of stuff, kind of like Jada. Kind of like Jada.
I mean, she been single and broken for so damn long. I mean, all she could do is hop on the train with the young gang. That's what's going on there.
That's
You
what
know
they
what I'm saying?
do.
That's what they do. All the old girls that ain't with nobody, they all trying to do that now because that's what's hip and stuff. But the reason I said back in the day because she was an example back in the day before everybody knew her business, before everybody knew how she was, and everything like that. That's the type of woman they looked up to her as. That's what I'm saying. The image she had in the 90s was the good girl image. And we don't have a good girl now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no good girl that I could think about. Like, what's the one girl that married the white boy? Zendaya or something?
Oh, Zen, what's her name?
The real tall, skinny, light skin.
Yeah. I know you're talking about
She
Zen.
probably the only one, but she married a little cracker. So it's like the only good example you got and married the white boy.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Kiki Palmer was on her way, but then she had the little thing with the dude that was beating her up, and then she went back to him and all that stuff. So it's like they whole thing made them lose credibility. So it's like, yeah, there you go.
Zendaya.
So Zendaya, like the only example the little girl's got now, and she's with Spider-Man.
She's abandoned ship.
Yeah. So, but I got a couple more scriptures I want to bring out before we go. Give me 1 Timothy 3 and 5.
Go ahead and pull that off the water. All right, let me grab it real quick.
1 Timothy 3 and 5. But yeah, man, I didn't want to bring this up again to bash nobody or to make nobody look bad, or even bring light to the situation. But since light's already on the situation, y'all shining a spotlight on it, and it's been spread throughout the world already. Figured it ain't gonna hurt no more than it already has to just come out here and tell y'all what y'all should be doing as opposed to what y'all been doing already. So we need to start being more positive. We need to start making sure that we are in situations where we're loving our spouses, the males and the females, the men and the women, the husbands and the wives, loving your spouses and showing them the respect that you would like to be shown, treating them the way that you'd like to be treated, caring for their emotions the way that you'd like to care, you'd like your emotions cared for. That's on the male and the female side, because men do have emotions too. You know what I'm saying? We got things we go through in this world as well. So, these are things we got to think about as a people. These are things we have to continue to talk about. We have to continue to make lessons on this type of stuff, because if we don't, it just seems like brothers gonna forget what they're supposed to be doing. So I will make it a point to try to make more lessons like this. But yeah, man, we got to do a better job, Israel, for real, because this is not good. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3, and starting at verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
These things you got to think about, man. If you're at home having problems with your wife, you need to be thinking about this stuff. Like, me and Cano used to talk about this. We was at the last camp. Like, we leading the camp, and junk ain't right at home. How this junk supposed to go right? You know what I'm saying? Right. And then when things was right, it was like, okay, things are great. But that whole last year, like, nobody had stuff right. Which is probably why it fell apart. You know what I'm saying? Joel's situation was messed up. We've talked about it. My situation was messed up. His situation was messed up. We are like, when we was through the camp. And then it's like, now we've gotten our family lives back straight. And it's like work stuff we're having to catch up on too. But once everything get back right, we're going to be in a situation where we ain't got to look back and turn around and do the stuff over again. You know what I'm saying? And I implore everybody to get to that point where, like, you're making things right. Get right with your spouse if you ain't got things right now. Get right with your people if you ain't got things right with your people. But particularly with the spouses, like we can't be a community that teaches reconciliation with the law, and we can't reconciliate with our own, loved ones, especially someone you decide to lay down with or decided to lay down with at a point. So those things you got to think about too, bro. You know what I mean? But it starts with the household, especially for you leaders. If you can't run your house, man, you can't run the church. And that's something we need to be taking a little bit more seriously when it comes to, teachers and being in this position of a teacher. You got to make sure that even if you're not in a relationship, if you just got like kids, like your kids are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that your children are going to school properly and all that type of stuff. Like, it ain't always got to be about relationship and stuff, but ruling your household is about ruling your household in whatever capacity you got to do that in. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that we got to think about and we got to be cognizant of and continue to try to do as men in this truth. What else do I want? Yeah, you can finish it.
Well, I was gonna read some more, but I think I don't know. This is talking about you kind of brought it out, but I just found it ironic. It says
you can bring it up because I'm gonna read the verse. You can read the verse 8 actually, because I was gonna have you bring no, my bad. That's verse 5. I mean chapter 5. You can read whatever you want to read though, because you're gonna stay in First Timothy and go to a couple chapters over in a second.
I was just gonna. I mean, you kind of brought it out. I was talking about the it's basically an office position of leadership amongst the congregation, things like that, and what you need to be doing. So I just found it ironic that it's dealing with a particular office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna read it. We can go on, Cap.
Okay, come. Yeah, that was funny. That's right. Get the voice in my head when I said, like, but yeah, man, that's how we be acting. We need to stop that stuff, bro. Yeah, but give me 1 Timothy 5 and 8.
God, this is the book of Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and specially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith, and is worse than an infidel.
Yeah, so last thing I'm gonna say, man, because the point was love. We'll have other lessons where I'll talk about leadership and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna make a point to do these soon. But when it comes to this verse, I think this is the last thing I'm gonna say, because I wanted to say this for a long time and I just never had a reason to say it, but I'm gonna say it now because I feel like it makes sense with what we heard in the videos and stuff. Particularly for the polygynous guys. This is my opinion. So again, however you run your household, run your household. I ain't judging you. But in my humble opinion, if you got 5 wives, all 5 of them should not be taking care of you.
Say that again.
Helping you, okay. But taking care of you, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's okay to get multiple wives just to better your situation. When brothers tell me, yeah, I want multiple wives so we could, build up a family and
make some money.
Yeah, make some money. What's that word they use?
Save some money.
When they put all their funds together, not crowd fund, but like group economics. There you go. Yeah, I want to practice group economics in my household where we just like, we all put our money together. We could get a bigger house. We could enjoy a better lifestyle because everybody's putting their money in the pot. And then when you when you examine the dude's household, the money being put in the pot come from the 5 women. His money ain't getting put nowhere. He ain't got no money. He ain't got a job. He just sits at home. Might do Uber a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But their money is what's taking care of the household. And brothers, I just don't agree with that. I don't think that's providing for your household. Getting 5 women to provide for your household and you saying I'm the one that brought them together is not providing for your household, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong. You know, it could be a caveat where it's just like, hey, you know, I got them here. So it's like, you know, with the finders, keepers, losers, weepers, I found it, so it's mine now. I got them here. So they won't, you know, them working is me working. Like, if that's how y'all looking at it, hey, you know, cool. I ain't judging you. But I can't look at it like that because I feel like if I'm not the one actually doing the work, somebody else is working for me. So again, I don't mind her helping you, but if she's the one doing all the work and you're not like in a disabled situation, I don't think that's like fair. Especially if she got to do all the other stuff that a woman got to do, that you expect the woman to do. So, because then it's like, what's your job? If the Bible talks about us providing, but then she's providing and doing all the work of a woman, are you like cooking and cleaning and stuff? You put the rubber gloves on at the crib and everything? Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's what it is, then cool. Y'all switch roles, you compromised, and that is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of stay-at-home dads. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say a lot, but I know a couple of them. So, and they love their life. You know what I mean? And they love their wife. But it's like he's doing a job still. He's doing cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids. So it's like if y'all gonna switch roles, switch roles. But don't make her be the one doing all the work and you at home with your feet up playing Call of Duty all day. And then when she get home, she take off your shoes and run your bath water and cook you some food, and you was the one playing Call of Duty all day. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that's right for the brothers that do that. And I know it's brothers that do it because I know some of you. So yeah. That's all I wanted to say about that. So again, though, I don't want nobody hating me. If you ain't like it, sorry, it's just my opinion. I didn't grow up in a household like that. My mama don't work. She used to work, but when she did work, my dad wasn't on his ass. He worked too. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my dad got injured before. He had surgery. He had a car accident that almost killed him before. He had to have surgery on his shoulders and his knee. He was out. My mom worked. You know what I'm saying? And then like right after that, she never worked again. But it's like she worked, and while she was working, he was able to get her to help. That's what she was. She was help, but she was not the like sole provider. You know what I'm saying? And I think as a man, you kind of got that a duty to do something. So if you're not going to be the sole provider, there needs to be some type of work that you got going on other than working your fingers on the control. That's all I'm saying. So, but yeah, you know, again, I ain't got no problem with how y'all run your household. It's your household. If the woman that you with or the women that you're with are cool with whatever you got going on, then by all means do it because you found people that are cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way you can run your house. But if you know that the woman you with is not cool with how things are going, instead of fighting her on it, trying to make her be cool with it, maybe try to deal with the situation a little bit more delicately.
Right.
That way we don't keep having these type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Whether you hear her out or not, try to make it seem like you hear her out. Damn it. Freaking be delicate. You know what I'm saying? Cater to the emotions. Because if you don't, she'll become scorned. And that's not something you want to deal with. So that's all I got, man. That's I ain't wanna, beat a dead horse and stuff, but I think I need to love y'all wives a little bit more. Genuinely. Like not just like biblical with showing teaching the law more and waking up early to teach Bible classes with her and stuff like that on Saturday and reading the Bible before you go to sleep. All that stuff is great. But I'm talking about like loving her. You know what I'm saying? Showing her love emotionally, physically, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Being somebody she could talk to the same way she's somebody you could talk to and all that type of stuff. Not just somebody that is there to help you with whatever you need help with, and then you just treat her like a dog and she's there to work like a damn Australian shepherd or something. Can't treat your woman like that. They both got long hair, but they're not. One's a human, one's a dog. So that's all I got, bro.
Count all praises. Hey, I hope everybody got something from this. This was kind of short and sweet, pretty concise and to the point. And you know, Cap didn't bring out all the scriptures, but as you can see on the thumbnail, as you can see on the thumbnail, there are other scriptures. Ephesians 5 is a pretty good chapter, giving understanding. I think also in Peter, is that First Peter? I think we did read First Peter. Yeah, First Peter. But when you go through those, take some time. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We could read Ephesians 5 if you want, just because I didn't read it.
Kind. Yeah, I'll read it real quick.
All right, yeah.
Let me go.
You can finish saying what you were saying. We could just pull it.
I was just gonna say that they can read it on their own. I think it would be a good thing for husbands and wives to go over.
I still think y'all should read it on your own after we.
To go over these precepts, especially like in Ephesians 5. So I'm gonna bring out. Let me see what I have listed on here. Can you blow it up real quick?
You could go at 22, 25, 28. Or just read through all of that if you want.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Ephesians. I'm gonna start from 5:22, and go down. Because these are important. This should be a daily reminder, or weekly or monthly. Husbands and wives should go over these scriptures on a monthly basis. You know, to be honest, it's nice to kind of know what the purpose of you both being together is, right? This is Ephesians chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 22. Is that where I want to start? 22. And it reads, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything." Now, verse 25. "Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that in it should be holy and without blemish. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself." And I'll just stop right there. There's more to this, but we're going to go ahead and end it right there. Please read over this, family, you know, just to have it in your mind, to have it fresh in your mind. All right. But all praises to the Most High for the lesson. Again, the lesson was called Milk Monday presents. There we go. Thank you. Loving your spouse according to the law. We went over some precepts, was pretty concise with this. This was not a bash campaign on any of our brothers or sisters in the truth, or any of our brothers and sisters who are still trying to seek the truth, right? But before we end, I want to go ahead and give a few more announcements real quick. Can somebody pull up the calendar? Because I didn't pull that up earlier. The water. This is our AHOS, Anointed House of Saints Feast Day Calendar 2026. And I just wanted to mention the certain dates that are coming up. We have our next new moon will be coming right around the corner. This will be our fourth moon. It'll be June 15th. Be looking for a class to be presented on that fourth moon, on that new moon. Also, we have coming up the Feast of Salakia. I said, yeah, I'm right. I almost thought I was wrong. The Feast of Trumpets, September 11th. That's a little bit down the way. But just wanted to know, if anyone wants to get a hold of this calendar, you can get in contact with us at Anointed House of Saints. I'm sorry, at anointedhos@gmail.com. All right, thanks. You can pull that down. Any brothers or sisters, any brothers who want to do the work with Anointed House of Saints, like I said earlier, all you got to do is send us an email with your interest to join the prospect phase. That's anointedhos@gmail.com. Make sure you put your name, number, city, state. All right. Make sure you put all that information in the description line, put prospect phase, so we'll know what you are contacting us for. Any sisters who want to do the work with the brothers to build this nation, right? For the sisters ministry, do the same thing. Send your interest through email, anointedhos@gmail.com, in the description line. Make sure you put Sisters Ministry. Anyone who wants to join the AHOS congregation, please send us also an email with your interest to join the congregation. We'll get that information to you also. All right. And let me go ahead and call out a few people that I've seen come in a little bit later for shout outs. I want to give a shout out real quick to the lovely Sister Rose, Shalom, to the mighty First Officer Boaz, Shalom to the brother Like No Other Nation 144, Shalom to Amran Israel. I didn't see anyone else, so Salakia if I missed you. But hey, come back next week and we can get you that shout out. All right. Let's see what else we got. I think all we got left is our Daniel 7 and 18. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick.
Sure, man. Hey, bro. Chill.
Oh, Tazara, what? I always say his name wrong.
Yeah, Tazara.
Tazara, thank you.
All in my shit.
He already know when it's about that time you about to get off.
Every time. He just, I don't know why, how. He's smiling right now, like, yeah, bro.
Right. All right, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18, and it reads, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Bashem Mashiach Yahushai." Hey, want to thank you again for being with us. Make sure you look forward to seeing our classes coming up through the week. We will be having a new class starting out called, I'll just give the name. It's going to be called Wake Up Wednesdays.
Wake Up Wednesdays. Be looking forward. It's coming around the corner to a screen and a cell phone near you. All right. It's going to be a little bit different how we run the class, but it's still going to be for edification. Who's teaching that class, man?
What's that?
Who's teaching that class? Are we announcing that yet?
Yeah, I don't know. We ain't announcing that yet. We got to wait for that to
okay. All right. Never mind.
To kind of what they call it.
Manifest everything.
Yeah, that's the manifest. Right, exactly. So be looking forward to that. Also, we still have our Sabbath morning brews. Stay in tune for those for these classes coming up, and be looking forward to some. We got our new moon lessons. We have our feast day lessons that are coming around the corner also. So all praises to the Most High. I want to thank you again for joining us. We're not going to hold you any longer. I want you to enjoy the rest of this week. Right. We know we got plantation things we got to do, but we're gonna endure. That's what we're commanded to do. We got to endure. So let's just keep enduring. All right. But I think that's all we got. So with that, I am Captain Knock.
Shar y'all, the aristocrat.
And thank you again for joining us. We will see you on next Monday for another Milk Monday. All right. You have been sitting here sharing and breaking bread with the anointed house of saints. All right. And we love you. Stay prayerful. Love one another. Keep the commandments. We'll see you again. Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus.